Can the new Flex Mid-Torque play with the big boys? We'll find out. This is the Flex FX1451, and it's their brand new 24-volt brushless mid-torque impact wrench. Now, in all honesty, when they released their high-torque impact wrench just a year or two ago, I was wanting a mid-torque right then. I thought, you know what, Flex, you really need a mid-torque impact to really attract the love of the mechanics, because I think this is the tool now that the majority of them are going to carry around, especially if it can get the majority of their work done. It's much better to carry a smaller and lighter tool rather than wearing yourself out carrying around a high torque all the time. And let's see if this one actually lives up to the 750 foot-pounds of breakaway torque they talk about. This is the brand new Flex FX1451, and it's their 24-volt brushless mid-torque impact wrench. Now, this is Flex's first mid-torque impact wrench, and we're happy to see this. We knew that when they released their high-torque impact wrench and kind of going after the mechanic world and the auto industry, they really needed to have a mid-torque in the bag that's really going to cross over into that plane between their impact driver and their high-torque impact wrench. So really happy to see this. We get 3 different speeds and an auto mode. Now, the auto mode is going to keep you or prevent you from over tightening things, as well as slowing the tool or stopping the tool once it realizes that something's broken loose. And we'll show that in effect here in a moment. Now, with the different speeds here, so we get speed 1, get an LED light here on the base as well, and then we have auto mode. So if I go to the speed side, then we get 1, 2, or 3. Now, speed 1, you're going to get 0 to 450 RPM. Speed 2 is going to give you 0 to 1600 RPM, and speed 3 is going to be the max at 2700 RPM. And as far as the impacts per minute, you're going to get up to 3100 impacts per minute. Now, obviously, we get a variable speed trigger, so regardless of which speed we have it in, we can vary that throttle or vary that trigger to provide the amount of RPM we need at the time, and then roll into it and get that max effect, whether we're in speed 1, 2, or 3, and that's going to designate, depending on which speed, as to the max RPM we get. Now, you'll see here when I go into auto mode, we probably won't see the full effect here. Pull the trigger, still feels like max RPM. If I go into reverse, you see it starts to spin and then stops the tool. So I'm assuming that it's thinking, oh, I'm broken free, stop the tool, and that's what we're going to get when we actually put it under load. Very nice and even aggressive rubber overmolding here, so it feels like you really got the tool in your hand, but it's not too aggressive that it feels uncomfortable at all. But definitely up here and down here, kind of a diamond grip, if you will, and you can really feel the grip in your hand. Now, size of this tool with the 5 amp hour battery, looking at right at 11 inches tall, about 9 7/8 of an inch tall. Length on the tool, right at 6.1 inches as well. A little longer than that's all our tool will go out to. So you're looking at a little more, so about 6 1/4 inches from tip to tail. Weight on this tool with the 5 amp hour battery, 6 pounds, 6 ounces. Without the battery, 4 pounds, 3.5 ounces. Now, with the kit, we get the FX1451, the 5 amp hour battery, as well as the 160 watt fast charger and the Flex bag. Now, I've mentioned this before, but if there's one thing that Flex knows, they know about batteries, brushless motors, and chargers. So they know the effect it has on overheating batteries in both discharge and charging, and so they have electronics, they have systems in place in their battery management system in both the charger and the battery and the motor that ensures that it's keeping safety in mind when it's fast charging the battery as well as when it's discharging the battery under a load. One thing I really love about the Flex batteries is the fuel gauge on there. You can see that so easily from either side. When you press the button on the front of the battery, you can easily see how much charge you have left in that battery. Now, power on this is supposed to be 600 foot-pounds of fastening torque and 750 foot-pounds of bolt removal or loosening torque. So let's go find out and see. Okay, so we've got the FX1451 over here on our test bench, and we're going to take our high torque tool and we're going to torque these fasteners starting at 150 foot-pounds, and we're going to go 150, 200, 300, and 400 foot-pounds, and we'll carry on up here to 500, 600, and 700 foot-pounds. Okay, we've got our fasteners torqued. Again, we're going to start at 150 foot-pounds because that's kind of the floor of our torque machine. So we're going to go 150 and then 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, and 700 foot-pounds. And we're going to try to break them free with the new Flex 24-volt FX1451. We do have it in speed 3, so we do not have it in an auto mode, and we do have a fully charged 5 amp hour battery. We have it in reverse. You can see we have silver hash marks all the way around this socket, so that will help you see this move, because what we're going to do is give it a 10-second patch to remove that fastener or to break it free. Now, if on the 10th second it's actually moving that fastener, we will go ahead and let it finish. If by the 10th second it is not moving that yet, then it will not get that amount of torque applied to it. So let's get started. Okay, definitely that last one, we went past that 10-second range, but it was definitely already moving. So we're going to go back here and we're going to go ahead and start at 750 foot-pounds, then go to 800 and 850. Okay, we're going to torque these to 750. Okay, so we have retorqued our fasteners to, we started here at 750 foot-pounds, 800 foot-pounds, and 850 foot-pounds. We still have a fully charged 5.0 battery, and we're in speed 3 in reverse. And again, we'll give it 10 seconds. So again, we're going over our max on those, but it is starting to move them before we hit that 10-second mark, and then it goes ahead and spins them free right after. Okay, now we're back at it. We're still in speed 3. We're in reverse. And now we're starting at 900 foot-pounds, 950, and 1,000. Okay, I believe it was starting to move at that 10-second mark, so that's why we went ahead and kept pushing. I think this 950 is probably not going to happen, so we'll give it to the 900, and let's see what happens at 950. Wow. Okay, I take that back. Took care of 950. Let's see about 1,000. Okay, no go on the 1,000. We did get the 900 and the 950. Still very impressive on the little mid-torque. So let's quickly show how the auto mode works. So I'm going to go from speed 3 into auto, and I'm going to go into Tighten. And you see, as soon as it senses that that nut is tight, it's shutting the tool down. My finger's still on the trigger. Still on the trigger. Now if I go into reverse, so I'm loosening a bolt, lug nut, head bolt, whatever it may be, again, same thing. As soon as it senses it's loose, it shuts it down, which, by the way, that did that very quickly. One more time. Again, finger is still fully depressed on the trigger, and the tool shut down. Well, there's no doubt that this mid-size guy is a heavy hitter. Breaking loose 950 foot-pounds, very impressive, especially on their first make of a mid-torque impact wrench. The FX1451 is definitely a strong hitter. Now the thing is, it's not a small tool. Height-wise, it's right in line with the Milwaukee, with the Makita, with the DeWalt, and some of the others as far as tip to tail. Now, it's pretty heavy in the head, but still weighing in within a pound of the other heavy hitters as well. Now, depending on what you want as a battery, the 5.0 did absolutely fine, delivering that 950 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. So I don't think that you have to go any bigger than that. Could you step down to a 2.5 amp hour and save a little weight and still have the umph? Yeah, probably. Will it handle most of the lug nuts that you're going to face in the normal day-to-day operations with light-duty trucks as well as passenger cars? Absolutely, it should get that work done without a problem, except those pesky lug nuts where somebody's put the ugga-dugga wrench on there and just held it on high for a while. Some of those that have corrosion on them, you're just not going to do without a high torque impact wrench, and that's really across the board. Really impressed with the new Flex Mid-Torque impact wrench. Pricing on this is $199 as a bare tool, or you can get the kit as you see it here with the 5 amp hour battery, the fast charger, which is 160 watts, and the FX1451 with the canvas monogram bag, and you can get that for $299. Flex includes a 5-year warranty on the tool, a 5-year warranty on the battery, and a 5-year warranty on the charger. So all their tools, chargers, and batteries warranted for 5 years. Hey, check it out. We'll have a link in the description. Also, keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. Hey, if you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, if you hated our video, well, give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day. Keep smiling.